Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Catalyst Podcast Lounge. My name is Dan Stockey. This is
Hannah Olstead.
That is
Morgan Mitchell.
And we are sitting at the table with
Sassy Mohen.
Sassy Mohen. Sassy,
I love it.
is that your given name?
I gave it to myself when I was 3, so I guess I'm going to say yes.
Really?
Yeah.
And your parents just said, well, she's calling herself
it took
Sassy.
another, 15 years to turn 18 and officially proclaim it. But yeah.
So your parents didn't buy into it until...
It was more of like a gradual thing. You know, my friends started calling me that. Like some of my family members as a joke was like, oh, it's Sassy. And then finally it got to a point where I was just like, no, this is my name. Mm-hmm. And,
So
it
it's
just
on your
works.
passport?
My passport says Sarah, which was just a whole thing of contention because there's so many Sarahs.
Oh, that's a lot of Sarahs.
I'm just like, in the 80s, I guess all these moms were like, Sarah's a great name.
It is a good name, but not nearly as good as Sassy.
Yeah.
I got to tell you. Sassy's awesome.
I love it.
So Sassy, where are you from?
Well, I was born in New York, but I was raised in DC. So East Coast, but I've been in LA now for 18 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you've been where in 18 years?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
California.
For some reason, my brain just blipped out.
LA is also Louisiana, so.
That's very true. So I'm easily confused. Thanks for pointing that out.
So I was just going to ask what your creation was.
Oh, yeah. So my TV pilot's called How to Hack Birth Control. It's a comedy infotainment series. Did you see something about it?
Yes.
It's basically, I pitch it as if Samantha Bee and SNL made a baby that watched a lot of TikTok. That would be How to Hack Birth Control.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's us.
Hold on. Processing. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So is this a web-based series?
Right now it's just a TV pilot. So
Okay.
my managers and I are about to pitch it out and see if anyone wants to bite, that type of stuff. We got a couple other shows we're working on too. So it's not been, I guess, officially released to the public, but it's been doing its festival thing now for about 6 or 7 months. It's going on really well. I'm super stoked to be part of Catalyst, by the way.
Yeah.
And Catalyst is super stoked to be involved with you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's the way it works. I'm speaking for Catalyst. I think I can do that.
Have you been to Catalyst before?
No, and I've never even been to Minnesota. This is my
Ooh.
first time. I got in yesterday. We drove up from Minneapolis. It was beautiful. The parts I saw before I passed out for 2 hours after being on a plane for a very long time, But so
Yes.
far, I'm loving it.
That's
Awesome.
fantastic. So your show, you give us a real kind of a hit there, but what is what's the episode about? What are we talking about?
Yeah, so it's about reproductive rights and basically...
Is it a comedy?
Yes, it's a comedy.
Okay.
It's a satire. And it's basically giving women or men the information of where to get birth control for free or accessibly for cheap and the different types of methods that are out there and just basically what your options are. Because I found that over the years, I've been pretty surprised about my friends, even who are educated, just don't know tips and tricks. Like, for instance, you can get the morning after pill from your doctor through your insurance, pay $5.
Instead of 60.
Instead of 60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Damn.
Am I exposing myself?
I feel like most women at some point have made that trip to Ralph's.
But you
CVS,
can
whatever.
you see it. And
Yeah.
you walk by it in Walgreens and you're like, jeez,
That's
that
60
would
bucks?
suck if I had to
Yeah.
do that. And there's a weight limit. So
Yeah.
you'd have to take 2 if you're...
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay, so that's important.
Right.
You go to your doctor, get a prescription, you
Yeah.
can then get it for $5.
Yeah, or call, there's so many apps now where doctors just send in prescriptions, whatever. So it's basically things like that about showing women what their different options are. And I tried to make it as sort of applicable to United States as possible. Granted, we shot this in November 2020, so a few things have changed since then.
No,
But
really? Like what?
I know, it's crazy. But we actually don't really even talk about abortion because this is about birth control. This is
Right.
about
Yeah.
everything you can do so you
To
maybe
prevent
don't. Yeah,
having
right.
to do that.
Which
Yeah.
is an interesting thing to me because all these people want to prevent abortions. I'm like, then just give everyone the pill.
Right.
That would be one way to do
Right?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we
Then
can
there
give
wouldn't be
everyone a check
abortions.
for $1,000, how about we just send pills to everybody?
Unless you're
Yeah,
the
for
first
sure.
person that takes the pill and still ends up with 2.
What's
You
that?
could just be like her and end up with 2 kids on the pill. So.
Oh, you could
Yeah.
do that too.
Well, there's other options too. But you know what I mean? Like just figuratively.
She knows.
Yeah, you're like, yes, I am well aware.
So, what do you hope to get out of Catalyst in your show?
I mean, I just am loving meeting all these different people. That talk that Philip did last night was pretty mind blowing to me. You know, it's like you think you know things and then you hear all the stuff that you didn't even think to ask in the first place. Those are the things that I'm looking for, are like, what are things that I have no idea I should know? And it seems like a lot of people here have that sort of insight. And then also talking to different creators, and a couple of people here too who also have TV pilots I've run into at different festivals. And so it's been kind of cool expanding a group of filmmakers that are sort of trying to come up right now, you know, and just meet everyone and see what's out there.
Yeah, that is definitely something that we've seen, you know, being here at Catalyst is these, everyone's making friends, they're making these connections, and ultimately in the creative community, making those connections is more important than anything else.
Yeah.
So watching those little friendships blossom is awesome.
And the creations that come out of them.
Yeah.
Very true.
It's such a reflection on Catalyst too, because it's like everyone I've met here has been super nice and super open and just wanting to exchange information and ideas and stuff like that. And that's not always the case with festivals. You know, some people could be standoffish or not a lot of people come or something. I mean, the crowd here has been great so far.
That's great.
Yeah, we're trying to cultivate that kind of energy. And you're certainly bringing it.
Oh, thank you.
What else we got? So what do you... First time in Duluth, right?
Yeah.
And did we go over this? I'm losing my mind, I think.
I mean, I would bet you've done a lot of these today.
I have.
Yeah,
yes.
so you've probably
Yeah.
met
Or
a
we
lot of
have, I
people.
should say.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, and thank you for listeners for once again listening to that. So what do you, when you leave here, what are you going to go do?
Oh, yeah. So I'm going to the Astoria Film Festival on Sunday in New York City. My dad was born and raised in Astoria, Queens. And so it's like literally right down the street from where he grew up. So I had to go there. And then it's in a festival in Vegas called Laugh After Dark Comedy Fest, which is going to be really fun. It's primarily for stand-up and that type of thing. But they also have TV pilots, and a lot of networks will go to the festival to find best new stand-up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of a big tour of that, and then it's in a festival in LA and then in Buffalo, and that's all in the next week and a half. So it's
Wow. What
it's
a
pretty
circuit.
insane.
Wow. And here I am complaining.
I know. We're like yawning.
Yeah, I think
She's tired.
I'm surprised your brain is working at all.
I mean, I actually slept in today, so I made a point of doing that. I was gonna get up early. I was like, oh, there's all these things I wanted to do, and I just said, you really need to sleep.
Yes.
Let's take it down.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Sassy, thank you very much for stopping by the podcast lounge.
Yes.
Thank you so much for
It's
having
nice
me.
to see that big smiling face. Is making me very, very happy.
Great. And if people want to check out the pilot, they could go to our website, which is birthcontrolhacks.com.
Birthcontrolhacks.com.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Go there. Take advantage.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.